Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, which is going to have a brand new format, 32 teams. So in this video, we're going to go over the full format, explained. When is it taking place, which teams are going to participate, the host country, all that kind of important information you need to know about the FIFA Club World Cup 2025. So let us get started. But first, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our awesome videos. And with that said, let's begin. So the first thing we talk about is the new format for the FIFA Club World Cup, starting in 2025. The tournament will now feature 32 teams, up from the previous 8. And these teams will be divided into 8 groups of 4 teams each. The top 2 teams from each group will then advance to the knockout stage, where they compete for the title of FIFA Club World Cup champion. Next, let's talk about the schedule for the tournament. The FIFA Club World Cup is scheduled to take place from June to July 2025. With the exact dates yet to be confirmed by FIFA, the next thing we're going to talk about is the host country. The FIFA Club World Cup 2025 will be hosted in the United States of America. This will be the first time that the tournament will be hosted outside of Morocco. Now let's take a look at the list of participating clubs. So as I mentioned earlier, 32 teams will participate in the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, and these teams will come from different confederations. The breakdown is as follows: 4 teams from AFC, 4 teams from CAF, 4 teams from CONCACAF, 6 teams from Europe, 8 teams from South America, 4 teams from Oceania, and 2 teams from hosts. The European teams were the only ones whose spots had been decided before the rebranding due to their qualification coming from the newly formed UEFA Europa Conference League. The other teams will qualify through their respective continental tournaments during the 2023-24 season. Okay, so now that we know who is participating, let's take a look at some of the top contenders. One of the top contenders for the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup is Real Madrid, who won the most titles in the history of the competition with 5 titles. They've also reached the final in 3 of the last 4 editions. Other strong contenders include defending champions Manchester City, who will be looking to retain their title, and perennial powerhouse FC Barcelona. Let us move on to talking about the prize money and rewards for winning the FIFA Club World Cup. The prize money for winning the tournament is substantial and acts as an incentive for clubs to perform their best. The winner of the FIFA Club World Cup 2025 will receive $11 million, while the runner-up will receive $7 million. Teams that reach the semifinals will receive $5 million each, and those that make it to the quarterfinals will receive $3 million each. Additionally, there are bonuses for teams that advance from the group stage, with those that finish second in their group receiving $2 million, and those that finish third in their group receiving $1 million. So next, let's talk about some of the other benefits of participating in the FIFA Club World Cup. Participating in the tournament is not only financially rewarding, but also offers clubs valuable exposure on an international stage. It's a great opportunity for teams to showcase their talent to a global audience and gain recognition for their hard work and achievements throughout the year. The FIFA Club World Cup is a highly anticipated event that brings together the best clubs from around the world to compete for the title of world champion. With a new 32-team format set to be introduced in 2025, the tournament promises to be more exciting and competitive than ever before. The United States is set to host the event, and fans can look forward to seeing some of the biggest names in world football go head-to-head in what is sure to be an unforgettable competition. Whether you're a die-hard football fan or just looking for a fun and entertaining event to attend, the FIFA Club World Cup is definitely worth checking out. So mark your calendars for June to July 2025 and get ready to witness the best of world football right here in the United States. The next FIFA Club World Cup is going to be held in December 2024. And this will be the last edition to feature 8 teams. So it will be interesting to see how the competition will look before the major changes are made to the format. Alright, so let's move on to talking about some of the logistical information for the tournament. The 32 teams will be divided into 8 groups of 4 teams each. The top 2 teams from each group will then advance to the knockout stage. So that means 16 teams will make it to the knockout stage. And this will consist of round of 16 matches, quarterfinal matches, semi-final matches, a third place playoff, and the final match. The United States has a rich history of hosting major sporting events. In fact, it was the first country to host the FIFA World Cup back in 1994. And since then, it has been a regular host of the CONCACAF Gold Cup, which is the region's top international football tournament. The US is also no stranger to hosting the NBA's finals and the MLB's World Series. So you could say that the country has the experience and infrastructure necessary to host such a large-scale event. In terms of stadiums, the US has plenty of options. In fact, it has more than 100 stadiums with a capacity of over 20,000. Some of the most iconic stadiums include MetLife Stadium, which has a capacity of 82,500 and was the site of Super Bowl 48. Another option is a TNT Stadium, which has a capacity of 80,000 and was the site of Super Bowl 45. Of course, the NFL's largest stadium, Michigan Stadium, known as the Big House, which has a capacity of over 110,000, could also be used for the FIFA Club World Cup. Alright, so now let's take a look at some of the challenges that the US may face in hosting the event. For one, the US will need to ensure that its stadiums are up to par with FIFA's standards. This means that the stadiums will need to meet certain requirements in terms of capacity, accessibility, and technology. Additionally, the US will need to ensure that its travel and accommodation infrastructure is up to the task of handling a large influx of visitors. This includes things like airports, hotels, and transportation systems. The US will also need to ensure that it has enough security personnel to keep everyone safe. And this is especially important given the recent rise in violent extremism around the world. Despite these challenges, though, the US is still a very attractive destination for international visitors. And the country has a lot to offer in terms of culture, history, and entertainment. So overall, I think the US is more than capable of hosting the FIFA Club World Cup. It is a country that has a lot of experience. It's hosting large-scale sporting events, and it has the infrastructure and resources necessary to make the event a success. The US will need to overcome some challenges, but I think these are surmountable, and I think the country will do a great job hosting the event. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the FIFA Club World Cup, and we'll see you in the next video.